Michigan Democrat files articles of impeachment against President Trump. Yes, this is real. They are trying their best once again to get Donald Trump impeached. But this time, they aren't sending their best and brightest, or even someone that looks like or sounds like he is from the United States. And guys, when you hear this guy talk, when you see this guy, you're going to burst out laughing. Okay. I couldn't believe it. I myself am from Michigan, and I didn't even know this guy existed. And I didn't know until just like a couple weeks ago that this guy is a representative of my state. It's Michigan Democrat Representative Shri Thanedar announced Monday he had filed articles of impeachment against President Trump. Now, instead of me reading exactly what this guy said, let's have him tell you himself. This is Shri Thanedar, however you say that name. And if you think he looks funny, that's not even a drop in the bucket compared to how he talks, okay? How is this guy a representative of the United States? I mean, he doesn't look the part. He doesn't sound the part. He sounds like he came from India like yesterday. Take a look.
This is Congressman Shri Thanedar. Donald Trump has already done real damage to our democracy, but defying a unanimous 9-0 Supreme Court ruling, that has to be the final straw. It's time we impeach Donald J. Trump.
Bro.
The court said the wrongfully deported Kilmar Garcia must be allowed to return and receive due process. Trump ignored it. He ignored the Constitution. He ignored the very checks and balances that keep our democracy intact.
Bro, what do you know about the Constitution?
An isolated incident is part of a dangerous, deliberate pattern. That's why today I introduced a resolution to impeach Donald J. Trump.
Oh no. Oh no. I bet Trump is literally shaking in his boots. So yeah, he said he was going to introduce, or he was introducing seven articles of impeachment against Trump. The articles of impeachment are unlikely to go anywhere in the GOP House, where Republican support would be needed to win a vote on the article. So this is really a political stunt for Thanedar. And he's got quite the history, this guy. If you look in the past, this is Mr. Shri Thanedar trying to virtue signal to the left and the LGBTQ mafia there to show his support, say, hey, I'm on your side. So hopefully he would gain some sort of favor from that faction. So there he is walking in an LGBTQ pride parade. And also here he is again. I mean, I just can't believe that this guy is actually a representative of the United States. Can we go back to having Americans be our representatives? I like that. I like the idea of having like a real American, not a foreigner, be a representative of Americans. I think most people would prefer that. And see, that's one of the whole issues with illegal immigration. The more illegal immigrants we have in this country, the less Americans' desires are representative in the overall population, because there's less of us than there are of them. And this is how you get a guy like this to be a representative over Americans who are actual Americans from the United States, who didn't move there, who have lived there for generations. That's why it's so imperative that we clamp down on this illegal immigration issue, as well as deport illegal immigrants. But this is another video.
The current issues, people are frustrated, people are angry, people are fearful about what's happening with the cuts in Washington, D.C., the tariffs. Talk about the.
So, I mean, what is this guy even doing? Clearly there is something going on here. Why is this guy all of a sudden pushing back against Donald Trump and all this? Well, I mean, this guy actually has a pretty interesting past. He actually had a company, and he's had some problems in the past. And also, he is in pretty grave money issues. You know, when you are a business person and you come across money issues with your money, or maybe you might be going bankrupt. What is the best thing for you to do? The best thing for you to do is go into politics, because then you could just change the rules from your perch. But let's look at this one really quick first. Shri Thanedar's company abandoned more than 170 dogs and monkeys. So what exactly does this guy do? A new report. This was like a few years ago. This is 2018. So he ran into some trouble, and then he started running for government. But Huffington Post charges that Michigan Democratic gubernatorial candidate Shri Thanedar, former pharmaceutical company, abandoned 173 dogs and monkeys in his facility after the company went bankrupt in 2010. Thanedar had to shutter the New Jersey testing facility, Annie Clin Preclinical Services, after its parent company, Azopharma, which he owned, went bankrupt in 2010. Local animal rights activists learned in June of that year that 118 beagles were stuck inside the facility. Lab workers had been jumping the lab's fences to provide food and water for dogs. Two animal welfare groups teamed up to find homes for the beagles. So, I mean, there's that issue. Company treats animals that way. But look at this. This is very interesting as well. So he's trying to, set a name for himself. I mean, by going after the president, it's not going to go anywhere, but he's just trying to get his name talked about. But look at this. In 2016, the Detroit News reported on a lawsuit against Shri Thanedar for making fraudulent and misleading claims to inflate the value of his company, which he sold in a deal that pocketed him roughly $20 million. So he sold his company, made this deal, pocketed $20 million, and then he runs for office. Isn't that just perfect? The article also revealed that Thanedar's St. Louis-based chemical analysis company crumbled when a lender dragged him to court. A bankruptcy judge then appointed a receiver to liquidate the business. This is the same Thanedar who is in $730,000 of campaign debt and just filed impeachment articles against President Trump so he can raise money to pay off his congressional campaign debt, which he has listed on his most recent FEC filings as investment income loss. Looks like Thanedar is trying to scam the American people as a member of Congress. No way. So Thanedar, he's in a little money trouble. $730,000 roughly of money trouble. And, he put his name in the headlines so that he could raise money from people that think what he is saying about impeaching Trump is good. It is a scam. And it's just ironic that he is from India. I mean, I'm not saying that any Americans don't run this scam, because a scam happens all the time. It's like the ultimate grift from politicians. It's like the number one grift you learn as a politician. Say something inflammatory, raise a lot of money off of that from gullible people, and you're good. That's the best way for you to earn a quick buck in politics. But let's go through these files really quick. Detroit News reported that he bought and built up a chemical analysis firm, where eventually purchasing a Ferrari and constructing a 13,000 square foot mansion. That's this Indian dude. But the Great Recession and financial industry crash hit his company, and acquisitions hard, reportedly prompted a lender to take him to court, where a bankruptcy judge appointed a receiver to sell the business, founded another company. And then it shows his investment income loss. It says here $1.2 million. But she says here $730,000. So I don't know what the difference is there. But apparently he is in some money problems, and he is looking to make a quick buck off of the American people by saying he is going to impeach Donald Trump. And I bet Donald Trump is absolutely terrified. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about, number one, the guy? Look at this guy. Do you want this guy being a representative of American citizens? Come on. I'm sorry. Can we get people who actually look and sound like Americans to be our representatives? I mean, this to me is just so funny. It's just almost like like a parody, you know? And this is the perfect reason why we've got to worry about who comes into our country, because then they're going to represent people, or they're going to elect people that look and sound like them. But I mean, like, just listen to this guy.
This is Congressman Shri Thanedar.
Come
Donald
on.
Trump has already done real damage.
Stop, dude. Real damage. Oh my gosh. Like, this is like a dude straight out of India. But yeah, what do you guys think about this guy? Shady character indeed. Like I said, still blows my mind he's actually a representative in the United States. But let me know what you think of all this down below in the comments. Like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. But until then, I will see you on the next one.